Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and also thank you, my colleague from Pennsylvania. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to speak out against the dangerous UN Arms Trade Treaty, which was signed this morning by Secretary Kerry. This treaty will impact the United States sovereignty, encroach upon the Second Amendment rights, and drastically affect U.S. foreign and export policies. It is common for a treaty of this kind to give definitions directly so member states can understand the treaty's meanings and implications. Instead, this agreement uses vague terms that are open for reinterpretation later. It leaves open the opportunity for current restrictions to be tightened at a later time. This has the potential of heavily influencing our nation's future policies without congressional consideration or approval. Our Second Amendment liberties articulated in the Bill of Rights are put at a significant inherent risk by this treaty. Approximately one-third of domestic gun market is composed of imported firearms. The Arms Trade Treaty encourages nations to collect the identities of the owners of imported firearms. This could be the beginning of a national gun registry, which would violate current U.S. law. The treaty would also impose administrative burdens on the import and exports of small arms. This treaty would directly affect how U.S. handles foreign policy, and the United States should be able to look into potential arms sales by weighing the risk, potential outcomes, and goals of each trade. Under the UN Arms Trade Treaty, the U.S. would have to complete a checklist of items before exporting arms, regardless of their destination, even if the destination is Israel or Taiwan. It will come as no surprise that the Arms Trade Treaty is not being backed by Russia, China, India, Iran, North Korea, and numerous other nations, many of whom do not have our best interest in mind. In February 2010, this was called less than useless if not supported by all nations. Why is this administration now locking the United States into a treaty that other world powers have rejected? Their unilateral decision to sign the treaty allows other nations to trade arms knowing that the U.S. will be bound by a specific set of rules. Like the majority of the folks in Georgia's 9th District, I cannot understand why this administration would sign a treaty with such drastic implications for our nation's sovereignty and the right to bear arms at home. The United States should not join treaties outside the constitutionally prescribed process, which involves ratification by the Senate. This is a concept this administration just amazingly seems to not understand, especially from a constitutional law professor.